Welcome back to Wisdom Forge. Today we are diving into something that could genuinely change the way you move through the world, the hidden wisdom of Machiavelli applied to 4 pillars of personal power: your mouth, your mind, your emotions, and your money.
And I want to start with something that hit me hard when I first encountered this idea. We live in a world that tells us to speak our truth, be open, be vulnerable. But here's the uncomfortable reality: every word you give away is a key. And someone out there is quietly collecting them all.
That is so true. Machiavelli warned that he who cannot control himself will always be ruled by another. And the first form of control is silence. Not the cold, distant kind, but disciplined, strategic silence. The kind that forces the world to reveal itself while you observe.
Think about the great strategists throughout history: Caesar, Napoleon, the spiritual masters. None of them were impulsive talkers. They used silence like a weapon. When you stop talking, you stop bleeding. Because impulsive words are emotional exhibitionism, self-destruction disguised as sincerity.
And silence leads directly to the second pillar, the mind. Because when the mouth goes quiet, the real noise begins inside your head. That's where the true enemy lives. Not outside, not in other people, but in the endless chatter of your own thoughts.
Your mind is a palace, but most of the time it is occupied by thieves. Every distraction, every comparison, every craving, a small invasion. And the system does not need to chain you. It just needs to keep you thinking about something else.
So here is the practice. When a thought appears, ask it one question: does this strengthen me or weaken me? If it weakens you, eliminate it coldly, like a general removing a traitor. Because every weak thought tolerated today becomes a habit tomorrow, and every habit tolerated becomes a cage.
And that mental discipline flows right into the third pillar, emotions. Now, people confuse emotional honesty with emotional mastery. They are not the same. Emotion is a storm, not a compass. It will make you speak before thinking, fight before calculating, and surrender before the war even begins.
Machiavelli would say the power lies not in wearing your emotions, but in choosing when to put them on. Think of your anger as fire. Released too soon, it burns your hands. Contained and channeled, it becomes energy, focus, and when released at the right moment, it forges steel.
That image is everything. And it brings us to the fourth pillar, money. The quiet dictator of modern life. It does not shout. It whispers, and everyone listens. Because money is not just paper, it is emotion disguised as logic. Fear dressed as responsibility. Vanity masked as ambition.
Machiavelli never wrote about economics, but he understood power completely. And his lesson here is devastating: the one who depends on others for survival kneels before them by choice. How many times have you stayed silent in humiliation just to protect your paycheck?
Or spent money to feel valuable instead of to build value? The truly powerful never flaunt what they have. They use it quietly, strategically, invisibly. Because real power does not live in what is seen, it lives in what is stored and what is controlled.
So here is your takeaway from today. 4 pillars. Silence your mouth. Command your mind. Master your emotions. Discipline your money. This is not about being cold or calculating. It is about becoming sovereign over your own life.
Because at the end of the day, not every strong person survives. Only those who can rule themselves. Start there. Rule yourself first. Everything else follows.
That is the wisdom of Wisdom Forge. Thank you for listening. If this sparked something in you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. We will see you in the next one.
Stay sharp. Stay disciplined. And remember, silence is not weakness. It is the most powerful thing in the room.